cigarette, like so smoke, drop dead tomorrow, all that haunts me, gone. Take a look right in his eyes, and you'll see it's no fun. When you see all the shit that I've done, when you see all the shit that I've done, looking drunk as fuck again, pushing my luck to a friend. These demons in my head, on the devil in disguise. Take a look right in his eyes, and you'll see it's no fun. When you see all the shit that I've done, when you see all the shit that I've done. Take a look right in his eyes, and you'll see it's no fun. When you've seen all the shit that I've done, when you see all the shit that I've done. As I ash the cigarette, looking back, it's all regret. Drop dead tomorrow, and all that haunts me, gone.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do. And I blame you. No one bites back his heart on the end. None of mine pain can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free.
No one knows what it's like to be mistreated, to be defeated behind blue eyes. No one knows how to say they're sorry. And don't worry, I'm not telling lies.
That's my dreams, they are as empty
I just really hate your face.
You look like you are from outer space.
So I know that won't surprise
So I must
you.
antagonize you.
But to me your skin is one giant wart, and your laugh's one big snort, and you stink, so in short, I despise you. You disgrace the human race.
My apologies, your grace.
'Cause you're more of a mosquito.
I can kick you to Toledo.
I would rather have the dentist in drill than the swine in the swill. And if you were a bill, I would veto. And if the world was perfect, you would be gone without a trace. But since the world could never be that great, I'll just hate your stupid face.
You hear that sound?
That beautiful sound.
That is the sound of clean white shorts turning brown. Torture and pain, breaking a brain. A sound that says, I will never sleep well again.
The sound of a scream is music to me.
Whenever life gets you down, keeps you wearing a frown, and the gravy train has left you behind. And when you're all out of hope, down at the end of your rope, and nobody's there to throw you a line. If you ever get so low that you don't know which way to go, come on and take a walk in my shoes. Never worry about a thing, got the world on a string, 'cause I've got the cure for all of my blues. All of his blues. I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times are coming to stay.
The legends rise, we burn it out, a mile wide. When ashes fall, the legends rise.
Grave digger, send me on my way. Release me to this earth, within this shallow grave. Grave digger, bring me to my knee. Forget what I have done, forgive me if you please. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Grave digger, slowly fill my grave. Whisper to your God, allow me to be saved. Grave digger, pray for my lost soul. Release me from this earth, allow me to grow old. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Oh, too late. So I'll pray it's not too late. Grave digger, rest his weary bones. Help me on my way, don't let me die alone. Grave digger, take what I have left. Give it to the lost upon my dying breath. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Let me be the one that got away. Let me be the one that got away.
It's gonna be a blast.
Hi, I'm Michael Leavy, and I'm the director of the upcoming horror film Stream. First and foremost, I want to thank you for checking out our Indiegogo campaign. For those of you who don't know us, our production company, Fuzz and the Lens, recently wrapped production on Terrifier 2. I was a producer on that project, as well as the assistant director, and you may also recognize me as Will the Exterminator in the original Terrifier film.
I'm Jason Leavy, and I'm one of the producers on Stream as well. You may have come across some of our other work, which includes viral videos on YouTube such as Halloween 60 and our last feature film called Abnormal Attraction.
And I'm Steve Delasala, another producer as well as the cinematographer of Stream. After hearing Jason list all these things we've done, you may be thinking, these guys are great. They're all set. What are they doing Indiegogo for? And you'd be right. We are great. But we're nothing without your support.
We're here to offer you the opportunity to come and join us in changing the face of horror, because we are really excited to be making this film. It's a passion project made for horror fans, by horror fans, and we have some of the most recognizable faces in the horror community. They include Jeffrey Combs from The Reanimator, Danielle Harris from Halloween 4 and 5, Tim Reed from Stephen King's It, Dee Wallace from E.T. and Cujo, Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, Daniel Roebuck from The Fugitive, Dave Sheridan from Scary Movie, Mark Holton from Leprechaun and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and Bob Adrian from The Conjuring 2.
The cast that we have in this film is just blows my mind. The quality and caliber of actor is like, it's just awesome.
I almost feel like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. I'm like, I almost don't deserve to be here among these people. It's amazing. So many legends. This is like an Expendables version of a horror film.
Along with all the recognizable faces, we also have many more extremely talented cast members who you may not know. At least not yet, anyway. Most notably being Charles Edwin Powell as Roy, Sidney Malachi as Taylor, and Wesley Holloway as Kevin.
What up in your face, man?
Murder.
So those are some of the people you'll see in front of the camera. But just as important are all the people who are behind the camera. To us, it's simple. Gather as many smart and skilled filmmakers as possible, almost all of whom have produced their own films, like Night of the Living Dead 2 and of course Terrifier 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Preparing to go back outside.
Hold on, show the actresses. Show how nice and comfy and dry they are. Look at Michael. Mike looked like he pissed his pants.
Pretty much everyone from Terrifier 2 shifted over to Stream.
So the Fuzz boys are my co-producers on Terrifier 2. So when Mike asked me to come in and do the effects, it's a no-brainer. It's just like, what can I do for you guys?
I did Terrifier because I wanted to learn how to do special effects. And I honestly believe Damien is, I'm gonna say, way overrated. No, just kidding. Damien's killer, man.
Wow. I like where Mike is taking this. I don't think it was supposed to be as graphic as it turned out to be. I think we really sort of pushed the envelope with these kills and made them a lot more interesting and brutal.
Brutal is an understatement whenever Damien is involved. And we can't wait to show you how we've blended his one-of-a-kind style of gritty practical effects with our innovative concept of modern horror. Without giving too much away, our story follows a family as their hotel is overtaken by a group of serial killers playing a sadistic game.
A variation on the old Eagles song, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Well, you can check in anytime you like, and you're never gonna leave.
The thing is, we always feel safe in hotels for some reason, and I don't know why. This might change. This might change things a little bit. At least you're gonna come in, you're gonna check in, you're gonna look around and make sure, or ask questions. What's that camera right there? So that's the creepy part about it. So I liked that it was really real and realistic and could actually happen.
Tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a song or two. Tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a smile for you. I know tomorrow will be happy, and so tomorrow make it snappy. Tomorrow, it soon will be tomorrow and be our day. We will say a happy tomorrow to you.
Let's try that once again since I unmuted the wrong mic. There you go.
Hi! Welcome everybody once again to Haunt Chat Live. Tonight in the spotlight we have Michael Leavy. Everybody give a big warm welcome to the one and only my Gravedigger.
There, now you can see us. That's better too. Hi everybody, it's been a little while. We were off for couple months and then on and then off, and life happens sometimes, you know. But I'm so glad to be back. Welcome to season 6, episode 2. Yeah, I know it should be like episode 5 by now. I don't know.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But you know what? We do this for fun. We don't get paid for this, so yeah, episode 2. Welcome. We have got Fuzz on the Lens coming up, and actually Michael from Fuzz on the Lens coming up, and now, a lot of people. Well, first today. Let's talk about today a little bit before I get into that.
Nick says, didn't I just see you guys today?
Yes, you did just see us today, Nick. We had, of course, we run the Sinister Sydney in Sydney, Iowa, Rodeo Town, USA, that is currently having their 99th consecutive year of the outdoor rodeo that they do. And every year we take part in the parade. Well, today it was 97 degrees.
Yeah.
Something like that.
In the
Heat
shade.
Index, I don't know, 412, something. I don't know. That's what
humidity was unbearable.
So, a little frazzled, little tired, little disheveled, but y'all are used to that. So we took that. And yes, Nick, we saw you in the parade. That was cool. How you doing? Okay, so that's what we did today. We do have, of course, I want to announce also Sinister Sydney this year will be partnering with Madness Haunt. Now out of the Glenwood area. It was out of Council Bluffs. Actually, it's still southern Council Bluffs,
It's in
isn't it?
between the two, kind of.
Right, and we're doing combo tickets, things like that. So check that out over on the Sinister Sydney site. So now, let's get back into it. Fuzz on the Lens Productions, Michael Leavy, we got coming in. Now, you guys may or may not have heard those names. They're, they're kind of fairly new coming in here. They got a few under their belt, but I'm guessing, unless you've been living under a rock or something for a while, that you have heard of this little flick they did. It really didn't get much play anywhere. It's called Terrifier. Maybe you heard of Art the Clown. You know, that guy. Yeah, these are the guys that got that whole thing going, that are responsible for that. And Terrifier 2 is coming out too. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited.
Right.
Because I love Terrifier. Terrifier did some stuff in it that I haven't seen before, that I've actually thought of because I have a pretty sick mind, but I've never seen anybody do, and they actually did it. And I was like, yes, finally. So really excited about that. Excited to see and hear about Terrifier 2. And since I might as well, right? I might as well bring the dude on. Hi everybody, this is Michael Leavy. Actually, he's down in that corner. Hi Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Gravedigger, for having me on, Mistress Laurie. It's an honor to be here and be chatting with you this evening. I'm really excited to get to it and to get to know your viewers a little bit and to let them know me and just have a fun chat.
There you go.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. So let's do that. Let's chat. How's the weather?
Well, right now it's a scorcher here in New York, I'll tell you that much. There's a big heat wave coming through and it's very humid. It is very humid.
What's a scorcher for you?
Well, right now it's in the mid 90s right now, which is we're not kind of used to that. So,
okay, so Sunday afternoon in Iowa. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Just a normal Sunday afternoon in Iowa, right?
Well, cool. At least you're staying inside. I'm noticing the stuff, the swag, and the little promo stuff that you got back behind you. That's really cool. It pops. I got a pop. Did you know there's a pop in the Gravedigger out there?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, they sent me one. They sent me one. Will the Exterminator, my character from the original Terrifier film. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see that.
Mine's not in a box because, well, mine was kind of somebody designed it for me. It's not a true pop, but it's a pop. So.
Oh, that's awesome, though.
Sometimes you just got to step up and get things done yourself, right?
Exactly. Listen, you can't wait around for other people to do it. You just got to make things happen. So I'm all for it.
Awesome. So let's do a little bit of the background for it, because we start out. Let's find out who Michael Leavy is, and if you want to or don't want to talk about your brother, we can leave him out. This is all about you. So give us a little bit of your background getting into doing movies and what you did before. I remember you said something about I haven't acted in a while. And
yeah, so I started out as a child actor, doing a lot of plays and little commercials here and there. I did enjoy it, liked it a lot, and then I kind of fell in love with, as I was getting into, so I've liked filmmaking and all that since I was like 4. So I'll start off with that. So I've been doing it a long time. And, I started falling in love with being behind the camera, directing, producing, cinematography, things like that, the editing, when I was in grade school and really got into it in high school. And there I ran my own show on my high school television studio called WFBN TV. Did a news anchor thing every morning. We did skits, kind of like Saturday Night Live and little sketches and stuff. Went to college from there and continued filmmaking. And, obviously I work with my brother, Jason, who I've been doing this with forever. My business partner, Steve, who I've known since grade school as well. And, now I kind of balance my time out between directing and producing my own projects and, other projects that people, I'm honored to have been brought on to do. And then also I still do some acting, not as much, but clearly, obviously, I'm in Terrifier, as Will the Exterminator. I'm also in every film that I produce or direct. It's just usually a minor role. It's nothing too significant. But yeah, I like to do both when I can, but directing is really where my passion's at.
So you do the little Stan Lee thing,
Exactly,
You
yeah.
got a little cameo showing up. Good, cool.
Exactly, yeah. Because it's still a lot of fun to do, obviously, and you know, that's where all the fun is at, is the acting. You know, the directing, producing stuff is the hard work. So and every once in a while, I like to have a little bit of fun.
Oh, great. Now everybody, and I say everybody because pretty much everybody has heard of Terrifier. That wasn't Fuzz on the Lens's first show, though. First thing that they did. You started out doing a little, what do I want to say? Not satire, but fan filmy type of Halloween type things.
Yep, we did a Halloween fan film called Halloween Awakening, and that went viral on the internet. It blew up, and it was we basically had the idea of taking all the Halloween storylines and making it be one cohesive story, you know, one cohesive storyline where it's like, oh, all of these timelines can exist in one timeline. Now, this was before Halloween and Kills and those, where it'd be really hard unless like Laurie wakes up from a dream or something. I don't know.
Right.
It would be really hard to kind of mesh this new storyline in. But this was, you know, one through Resurrection. And that's where we were able to kind of make that. It did really well for us. It exploded, went viral on the internet. That kind of got us a little bit of traction. And then we said, you know, we used that stepping stone to start producing and working on our own stuff. And from there, two things kind of happened. I don't know if everybody remembers those clown crazes that was happening across the country in 2014, 15, 16. We started that with the Staten Island Clown.
That was these guys. That was these guys that did that.
Yep, that was us. And that's all before Art the Clown and any of that Terrifier stuff, which is pretty interesting. Before we met Damien Leone, so that was really fun. A little fun tidbit for everybody. But yeah, we started doing that, and it was basically to say, hey, you know, we can make a splash in the world. We're tired of what's going on with the news. Everything is so down and horrible. And, you know, imagine we were saying that in 2014, and now look at it, right? So it's only gotten worse. But, you know, we're like, let's put something out there that we can show people like, hey, we can entertain, we can make a splash, and we can kind of make people just forget, you know, the negativity in the world and have a little bit of fun. So we did that, and through that, we were able to raise some funds for our first feature film called Abnormal Attraction, which was a fantasy monster movie, fairy tale, campy, 80s style film starring Malcolm McDowell, the late Gilbert Gottfried, Leslie Easterbrook from Police Academy, Tyler Mane, who was Michael Myers and Rob Zombie's Halloween film. Really, really nice cast. Jim Hanks, Tom Hanks' brother. So we were really Bruce Davison, Academy Award nominated actor Bruce Davison. So we put together that little fun comedy, horror, fantasy film. And then from there, things really started to kind of take off from us. We ended up producing, and I had a small role in the film Penance Lane. For anybody who knows of that Scout Taylor Compton, Tyler Mane film. Shot that down in Georgia. It was a lot of fun, real low budget, kind of grinded out movie. And it was a unique little project. And then from there,
best ones though.
Yeah. You know, and it's those ones where you don't really have the money and you kind of just make it happen and you problem solve on the spot. And, you know, some of the great ideas I always say come out of when your budget is very limited because it forces you to be creative. And through that process, you kind of come up with some really unique, interesting visual things that maybe if you had the money, you just, you know, could have just thrown at it. And then
just do CGI.
Exactly. So, sorry. So from there, yeah, we did that. And then here comes Terrifier. And again, you know, we were very fortunate to come on board with that because there was All Hallows Eve from anybody who is familiar with Art the Clown and Damien Leone. He had a couple of short films and anthologies and things that kind of showcased art a little bit. And then he was working on his feature film, Terrifier. And through a mutual friend, Phil Falcone, who is the executive producer on Terrifier, he knew us and he was working on it with Damien. He brought us together and the rest is history.
Literally.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, big time history. Now, somewhere in there, you did also a documentary on Pennywise.
Yes. Yep. And that actually just released last week. It took a long time, a few years.
Wow,
we partnered up. Yeah, we partnered up with this company out in the UK. Really, really great group of guys, and they really spearheaded it. And a really good friend of mine, John Cocampiano, who he really put this thing together. And we did interviews all about the original Stephen King's It miniseries.
And there were interviews from Tim Curry, from Richard Mauser, to, I mean, everybody was just involved in this. And that's where I had met doing an interview for Tim Reed, and really hit it off with Tim Reed. And that's how we got Tim involved in our next upcoming feature film that I'm sure we'll talk about, called Stream, which right after we finished Terrifier 2, boom, the same crew went right into doing Stream. And this was all in the middle of a COVID pandemic.
Dang. Yeah. It's and by the way, somebody is logged on to your Facebook account, because Fuzz on the Lens Productions just
said hello. That's creepy.
I don't
Very
know
creepy.
if that's your brother or
It's probably my brother. I would say it's not Steve, considering I don't think he's logged into his Facebook in several months.
a while.
Yeah, so it's definitely Jason, probably, maybe. If it's not, I'm kind of freaked out, but
Somebody's messing with you.
But brothers do that to each other.
oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And if anybody has seen Abnormal Attraction, they'll know my brother Jason is a real character, and he plays a character named Finbar, and a lot of fun. Jason's a lot of fun. Definitely fun to work with, and fun to direct, and the chemistry there, and just his talent is, you know, something really special. But that's enough about him.
Okay, so now we talked about everybody from Terrifier 2 coming in, pretty much flowing on into Stream. And now that's, as you guys saw in the promo. And by the way, sorry I didn't have time to do a whole song and dance like I usually do.
Yeah.
But we've had family issues, health issues, all kinds of things going on. Just didn't allow for it. I was lucky to get something out there last night. We had to have a promo going on for this, so I had that. But I'm really excited about Stream. As anybody who's been following along know, I've kind of been showcasing a few of the movies that I've been working with. I don't have a part in this or anything, but I have a part of this. I am actually producer number 13. Producer 13 on this, and I thank you again, by the way, for opening that up and allowing me to become producer number 13.
Yeah, and we can't thank you enough for, you know, believing in us and wanting to jump on board, and seeing the value and what we're trying to do with the project, and it means a lot. And we can't say it enough. You know, to have your support really, really means the world. So thank you. Great.
No. It's really cool. I came across, and I honestly, I don't remember how I came across Stream, but it's like, I think I contacted you, or I think you might have actually sent me something on it, because you saw I was doing some other things. I was like, well, you know, it's too bad all the executive producer shots are closed up. I would have liked it. He goes, well, maybe I'll open up one more. And then I realized it was number 13.
Yep.
So that was really cool.
Sometimes when things are meant to happen, they're meant to happen. And I'm very happy and honored that I was able to do that. And obviously, you know, again, to have you jump on board really means the world.
Thank you. And the other little connection here being that anyone who knows me also knows I am a Scurry Face rep. Scurry Face is kind of well, it's a philosophy, but it's a group of haunt actors and things like that, and horror actors and what have you, that follow a certain philosophy of helping people, bringing people in, inclusiveness, you know, and David, Mr. Art the Clown, also happens to be a Scurry Face rep. So I think that we have that little connection there too. So I think that's really cool. All right. So anyway, back to Stream. I personally am excited. D is one of my D, like she's a friend of mine, kind of, you know. But one of my I'm old, and she's one of my all-time favorites, as well as Danielle. And I was so happy to see Tim Reed come in. I am the wind. Tim Reed is it? I'm sorry. That's when I think of Tim. That's the line I think of from WKRP. That's
yeah, great show. Yeah, I mean, listen, we were very blessed and very fortunate to have a really amazing cast. And they're from a lot of people that, you know, were doing some really amazing, awesome things in the 80s and 90s. And they're still working great, you know, now, and they're still having great stuff. And so it was really nice to bring all those people together. And, you know, see Tim Reed hasn't done a horror film since Stephen King's It. He doesn't like doing horror films, you know, unless they have a captivating and interesting kind of story. He's not just about, you know, the mundane just kills. And listen, we have the kills, but you know, what he liked was our story, and he liked how, you know, it was kind of the idea of modernizing a slasher film and kind of using technology to you know, scare people.
So that was really an honor to us that Tim connected with the script and says, yeah, I haven't done horror in X amount of years. Let's do it. Dee is just a sweetheart, Dee Wallace. She is really, really fun to work with. She always brings her A game.
Yeah.
And I was very fortunate enough. I actually got to act alongside with Dee in stream. Very small. I didn't have, like I said, a big role, but that was really cool and a lot of fun. And I actually just got lucky enough to work with her again on another project. And she just is always, listen, when you have Dee Wallace, you know what you're getting.
Right.
And that's grade A, top notch, professionalism, performance, and just a sweetheart on set and very, very supportive. I can't say enough about Dee. I can't say enough about everybody that's in our cast. I mean, we have, you saw from the video, but Jeffrey Combs from The Reanimator, I mean, he poured his heart and soul into this film, and I'm so excited for everybody to see his performance. And then Danielle Harris and Tony Todd and
Candyman. This movie has Candyman, not Candyman, but Tony Todd is in this movie. So
there's
another icon.
A lot of great people. A lot of great people. And one of my personal favorites, who I grew up a Leprechaun fan. And so we have Mark Holton, who played Ozzy in the original Leprechaun and now Leprechaun Returns film, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Really, really awesome guy. He retired from acting for a while, and now he's back, and we're just honored to have him back and for you guys to see what he's doing in this film. Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan from Scary Movies. So, I mean, I don't want to forget anybody, but
you know what this movie this cast reminds me of? A horror convention. You know, where you have all those great names lined up, the people are lined up to get their autographs. This, you could do a whole horror con with just this cast.
Yeah, but we got to do that for promotion. Is maybe one of the conventions when it's all said and done, we'll just say, hey, let's get the entire stream lineup, and it could be one nice, real, launch of the film. So that could be cool.
Crypticon is one of my favorite horror cons because we broadcast Crypticon for 5-6 years in a row. We're the only ones allowed to do live broadcasting from there, and so we did that in there, and that's I'm just putting that out there. If you want to contact those guys, that would be a great one personally.
I've heard great things about Crypticon. I really have. So definitely something to talk about in the future for sure.
Well, we do the one in Kansas City, which started out in Kansas City, and then it was actually in St. Joe for a while because the hotel in Kansas City burned down, or I don't remember what. They're back in Kansas City again. So we do that. So wouldn't that be cool if Mike and that whole cast could come to that
would
one?
Be fun.
And we've already got the end. We could, since we're involved, maybe we could go and interview.
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down. All right. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I'm not starstruck or anything like that. They're just normal people. No, they're not normal people. These are big icons. They're
special
really cool.
people in a good way.
Special people. I would be so excited, man, to go and see let alone in a movie, but to see them like personally.
Yeah.
Now let's see, where are you at in production? You're post-production, right?
Yeah, so we're in post-production now. We're very close to having an entire cut of the film, like really close. Probably in the next week and a half, we should have a full cut. But obviously what comes with that is I have a list of notes of little things that I want to get some pickups on and, just to really button up the film. We left one huge scene open, though, for anybody on Indiegogo that wanted to jump on board and be a part and get killed in the film and, act alongside people we haven't announced yet that are a part of the project, and we will be doing those things soon. So that we're getting ready to and planning and gearing up soon, but that's the last piece of the puzzle. Like I said, the rest of the film is all put together. It's just a matter of cutting the fat, trimming, doing a little bit of reshoots or a little bit of pickup shots, and then that one scene. And then it's just color, score, and sound design, and then that's it. It's going to be done. So we're getting there. Expect it to be out next year, 2023. When exactly 2023, I'm not sure yet, but obviously those things will start coming out as we have a trailer and everything else that follows suit. But our main goal was.
Did you all catch what he was saying? They left a scene open for somebody to get killed in. Now I have in the posting, I have the link to the Indiegogo campaign. There's still stuff open on it. You can actually be involved in this movie. Now, granted, it's being shot in New York. You gotta be able to get there to do that. That's that for our people that are like local here. That's where it comes in. All the good stuff. I say that's not really true. We have some good production companies around here too. We're, by the way, just so you know, Sidney, Iowa. You don't know that from BFE. We're about 40 miles south of Omaha, Nebraska. Is where we're at. So there's some good stuff coming out of that area too. But yeah, you could be in this movie. You could be in a Fuzz on the Lens Productions movie. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And
yeah, we were happy to do that. Like obviously, it helps us to get some extra funds in because no one prepared for the COVID-19 thing, right? And obviously, when we got the funding to do the film, we didn't account for that. So now that this happened, it was like, oh man, we have to protect everyone with the PPE, all the gear, the HEPA filters, the COVID compliance office, all things that never existed before. So that took a huge chunk out of post-production and getting the film to the finish line. So we says, this could be a really cool opportunity to bring this film to fellow horror fans like us, invite them to come on board, give them an opportunity to be in a film, to support a film, be a producer, whatever. And then that helps us in return recoup those funds to make this thing really, really freaking cool.
Because face it, people, making movies takes money. Yes, you can do low budget ones and all that, but and there, don't get me wrong, there are some fantastic low budget movies out there.
Yeah.
But the more money you can bring in to do it, just the better the movie can be. So, I highly encourage, and you guys know, everybody out there knows get involved. I like to, and it's kind of a recent project for me, much to her chagrin sometimes. But the indie horror that's out there and the Indiegogo campaigns, and there are other platforms that also raise money for different campaigns going on. But I'm all about, I want to support you guys. I want that's going on because this is where the Terrifier. Come on, guys, it's Terrifier, right?
And what this one doesn't realize is, to hit my chagrin, whatever. I kind of think it's cool that he's into this stuff. I really do. I don't admit it very often, and I have to keep him reined in a little bit. But I think it's pretty cool that he's doing this kind of stuff.
That's all. I mean, listen, we all love horror. We love films. And I'm really happy that there's this kind of an opportunity because I've jumped on board with Indiegogo campaigns and things like that too, because I want to get involved. I want to help. I want to support. And you meet new people, like you connect with different people and you don't know where it's going to go. And everybody gets something out of it, which is, really, really cool and awesome and fun. So I'm glad these avenues exist. And it's nice that you see other people that are really into horror and, films, and you really can have that camaraderie and just get to know somebody you might not have in the past if it wasn't for these avenues. So
Absolutely. So remember, folks, we got the link out there. We've also got the link to Fuzz on the Lens. We've got the link to the Stream Movie Friend. Now, okay, I got to bring that up. The Stream Movie franchise. Now, that tells me there is more to come.
That is true. Yeah, we built this thing. We've had this idea at Stream and then the Stream Movie franchise for quite some time. And without giving too much away, the story, the way it's built, it really lends itself to being able to be a franchise without getting too stale because it's very situational based as opposed to just one character based. Like, listen, we all love Halloween and you have your Michael Myers, and I hope they keep making them. I'm all for it. But it could become stale after a while. It's like, how much can you do with it? And, there's this one character. So the thing with Stream is it's very situational based and very story-centric based. So there's so many different avenues we can do with that. But while still having characters and things, if you fall in love with them or support them like Freddie and Michael and Art, that it can all kind of still live on and make sense, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. I like to when somebody actually thinks ahead of the game instead of going, oh, this blew up. Now how do we follow this up?
We're not right. We feel like we're not playing catch up. We have a really cool idea of where we want this thing to go. We have a few films planned out very, very carefully in the direction. But again, obviously you have to be flexible because, hey, this worked better than this. This didn't work. People really latched onto this, and we didn't expect that. So you have to be able to adapt and navigate, but you still want to have a clear direction on where you're setting sail. So we're very happy at the place we're at. And, we ran and we're running a very successful Indiegogo campaign. I'm very happy with the product that we have.
Very successful Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah. And that's tough. And everybody who does these things, it's really tough to do. So I'm honored that was able to happen. Which one thing with Terrifier, 2 had a very successful one too, but everyone knew Terrifier at that time. So it was like, yeah, you had the fan base, and maybe we didn't know how big it was, but it existed. With Stream, there was no fan base at all. We were just coming in and just like, hey, we're making this movie, and this is who's in it, and obviously that helps. But I think people really resonated to what we're trying to do and the story and the clips and stuff. So I'm really excited to show the fans what we're doing and what we're working on. Because as a horror fan myself, I'm part of it, obviously, but I wanted to make a movie that's for the fans, because I'm a fan.
Awesome. And I'd be remiss. I want to make sure that I say hi, Nick, and Pumpkin, and Doreen, and Mr. Giggles just signed on too. So I'm gonna say hi to the people, and hi, Jason. I assume that was you. That's you that's out here watching your brother. Hoping he'll make a fool of himself, but I'm guessing nope, he's not. No, it's going really good. All right, so we need to wrap it up because this is only a half-hour show. So, but I want to make sure, since this is all about promoting you, Fuzz on the Lens, Stream, I want to make sure you get out everything that you want to get out there. So,
yeah, sure. So first of all, I want to thank you so much for having me on the show. You guys, it really means a lot to come on here. I had a great time, and it was really nice chatting with you both. Everyone, just Fuzz on the Lens Productions. You can find us on basically every social media: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everything. So Fuzz on the Lens Productions. And then obviously Stream is the one that we're working on right now. Will be out 2023. We didn't want to compete with our own film with Terrifier. So Terrifier 2 is coming out first. That'll be out this fall. And then you got Stream coming out. But like Gravedigger said, and like Mistress Laurie said, that we still have the Indiegogo campaign open right now. And as we're winding down, there still is an opportunity to jump on board with certain perks that are there. We're going to be winding it down, pulling it back, but we left it open for as long as we can, and it's still there. And there's an opportunity to be in the film, get killed in the movie. So take a look, check it out. That's Stream on Indiegogo. And again, if you can't find it through that, you can find it through Fuzz on the Lens or Stream franchise, which is all over the place too: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And I'm Michael Leavy at Levis Island on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming on. I gotta say, he's done a wonderful job. We have had guests on that we gotta just
drag every word out of him.
Like I said, and he's a normal looking guy too.
Right.
So that's really cool.
Well, that's just for this. Once the lights go out,
Then it all goes back back to the way it was, right? Well, thank you again so much, and thank you for corresponding with me. Coming up to this point and being, available and with our reschedules. Of course, we were supposed to have you on last month, but then my mother passed away.
I'm sorry again. Sorry about that and everything that happened. My condolences. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And for those of you who don't know, that's why we did not have a show last month. Right. But we've got you here. I want to make sure that we had you here, even with being out for hours in 97-degree weather, 98 actually heated next 412. I don't know. But we want to make sure that we had the show tonight. Thank you, Mike, for being on. I got to make sure that I got all the right things that I'm able to click. You got anything to say, honey?
Just an absolute pleasure to meet you face to face, sort of. Per se.
Yeah. My pleasure was all mine. Yes, pleasure was all mine.
Pretty lady, ain't she?
Oh, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Lucky man. Behind every great man is an even better woman.
That's right.
True.
The woman who pushed him.
Exhausted woman.
The woman who pushed him right into the alligator pond. That's right. All
Thank
right.
you so much for joining us tonight.
And to those of you who are watching, thank you again for sticking around with me. As far as I know, yes, we will have a show next month, but who knows what's coming up. We've been doing this for 6 years now. We've been very faithful on it. This year's a little flaky, but we kept going through 2020, so now we're catching up with us. So hopefully, yes, we'll plan on having a show next month. And you know what, Michael? It's been a blast.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Great.
Grave digger, send me on my way. Release me to this earth within this shallow grave. Grave digger, bring me to my knee. Forget what I have done, forgive me if you please. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Grave digger, slowly fill my grave. Whisper to your God, allow me to be saved. Grave digger, pray for my lost soul. Release me from this earth, allow me to grow old. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Be saved and not forgot. I'll hold out, oh, it's not too late. So I'll pray it's not too late. Grave digger, rest his weary bones. Help me on my way, don't let me die alone. Grave digger, take what I have left. Give it to the lost upon my dying breath. Save me if you can, the time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away. Let me be the one that got away.